Please welcome Tiffany Thoen.
Statistics show that 81% of 10-year-old girls are worried about being fat. I was 10 when I went on my first diet. 67% of women worry about their bodies and their appearance at least weekly. For me, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, it was at least daily. When I was a girl, I dieted a lot. I just never really had a handle on food, and I became a registered nurse. And they teach you all kinds of things about health and wellness for other people. So as a nurse, I'm a helper. I really want to help everyone. It's extremely gratifying to me. But when I pour everything out and don't put anything back in, I just become this shell. So, at one point I'd hurt my back, and I got this super stressful desk job. I thought it was going to be easier, but it was so much worse. I had to work overtime all the time, and everyone became my client. So it was the doctors and the family and the patient, and sometimes what the family wanted and the patient wanted were totally different, and someone was pissed off all the time. And I took that on. My value and my worth were deeply connected to making other people happy and not at all connected to making me happy. So I got to the point where it was give every last drop all day long and then go home, wolf something down and just get in bed. There was just nothing left. And all I could do was make a decision. Either I keep going like this until I physically actually can't do it anymore, or I decide to make my health a priority. Now, it didn't happen overnight, but I learned that my value and my worth are not in any way connected to who I made happy today. It's not connected to what I look like. It's not connected to the number on the scale today. It's inherent. And by making my health and myself my priority, I can actually be so much more helpful to the world around me. So diets are actually inherently flawed design. So you have to eat perfectly, right? And it's this thing out here that's designed for this theoretical person. So it's one size fits all, and it's this box. And we're kind of kept in this box, and you can only eat these things. And our body, when we are restricted, our body goes into that famine mode, right? So our body's signals get louder and louder and louder and louder until we go to a birthday party and eat all of the cupcakes, right? And then we feel so ashamed that we failed. That's something that just flawed in its design. It has nothing to do with us. It's impossible to eat perfectly forever. I want to hear from a few brave souls. What are some foods that you might have eaten all of and then beat yourself up about? Just call them out. Ice cream. The whole chocolate bar, the whole cake, ice cream, the whole bag of potato chips, right? A lot of times it's the whole thing that's really especially embarrassing, right? I ate that whole thing. Or I ate it until I couldn't actually take another bite, right? So we eat all the things, and then we beat ourselves up. And so this was still happening to me. I was eating very, very clean, very healthy. It was like just kale. It got to the point where I was only allowed to eat half a cup of broccoli or 10 almonds at a time. And that made me feel crazy. Fortunately, there was this signal from my body that this was not right. This was not going to work. I could not keep doing this, right? I was miserable. So I decided to actually seek out therapy because I was like, at this rate, I'm going to end up with an eating disorder. My gut will be healthy, but this won't. So I was introduced to intuitive eating. This was completely different. This was a model where my body told me what was something that worked for me and what was something that didn't work for me. I got to decide what was worth it. Like, let me tell you, the Safeway cupcakes at like a 3-year-old's birthday party, that's not worth it for me anymore. But Kira's gluten-free cupcakes on my birthday, oh, it's so worth it, right? Every bite, delicious, so worth it. And I get to choose. This is a world where I have complete permission to eat. And I want you to know that you have that same permission to feed yourself, to nourish yourself, to finally make your body the authority on what works for you. I want you to be empowered so that you can take all of that mental and emotional energy that's wasted, the weight of that, and you can put it instead into feeding yourself, nourishing yourself, so that you have the stamina to really lead. Because what's happening in our society right now, all of the dividedness and all of the pain, we need your leadership. Thank you.